Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the penultimate round at Silverstone. Okie dokie. Let us get through the intros. As you may all are aware, this is round 9 of the BVTCC. We are at Silverstone for the penultimate race. Tonight going to be the Independent Championship settler because the two protagonists, Kieran Evans and Matthew Williams, are not attending the final race, and unfortunately we've lost Gareth Howells. Our thoughts are with you though, mate. Look after yourself, take it easy, and hopefully we'll see you next season. Yeah, we are here. Everyone knows the schedule by now. It's 3 races. Qualifying results is the first race. Race 1 results after race 2. And race 3, we have a 6 to 12 reverse grip. And somebody's joining the lobby. So, we are just at the moment in practice. And we show any minute. So let's get that welcome music out of the way and put some sound on the speakers for the vehicles. That's while we're waiting for practice to... Well, we're not waiting for practice to end, we will just wait. I'd like to say thank you to the new followers. Pardon me, that was my chair, not me. Before you say anything. So, we have 14 in at the moment. I believe there might be 1 or 2 more joining. We have all the protagonists, Drivers' Championship and Teams Championship in. We have Alan Axon, Simon Trebek, Carl Benton, and Chris Ish. Okay, so looks like we are getting quali underway. First out is the traps is Mr. Stephen Gascoigne, who has joined us again, and it's good to see Steve out once again. Been a long time since we've seen him. Hopefully everyone leaves him alone. As the green light goes on the pits now, and they all start to make their way out the pits. I'm going to turn my sound down a little bit because you don't need my sound in the earphones. My mic is killing itself. Was it too loud? Am I clipping? I can't hear myself, see, so... Oh, does it sound a bit better now? I've turned the volume down a little bit. Hopefully it's a bit better. Got some cracks, have I? Right, let's get the tower up, shall we? See what's going on, because Matthew Williams is first across the line to start his fast lap. We can monitor his lap. I have everything I need around me. A bit ruffly. Ooh. How about now? Is that better? Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it, mate. So, Sector 1, we have a... I can't really see that. I'm going to have to bring my tablet closer to me. Okay, so fastest at the moment is... looks like Mr. Gascoigne in sector 2 with a 17.2. Williams crosses the line. He is provisional pole at the moment with a 58.3. I can see what Gascoigne's doing there. He's Williams getting it all kinds of sideways. .58.2 by Matthew Williams. Axel now pops himself up into the P2. Steve once again moves himself back up to P2. Eugene P4. A scaff. What's a scaff? Matthew Williams still leading the way at the moment, with Steve Gascoigne closely following him. He's just over a tenth behind. We then have Axel, who is 2 tenths further back. Eugene, also 2 tenths back. So we are So Matthew Williams still sitting out in pole at the moment with Axel P2 and Steve Gascoigne P3. Where is our closest championship fighter? That would be Alan Maxon, who is P6, just ahead of Carl Benton. Okay. So we have 13 minutes to go. Osborne has just joined now. Jordan Osborne, I remember his name. not Jason Osborne. Alan moves himself up into P5 now. So this weight is absolutely killing those guys. Kieran Evans fighting for the Independent Championship against Matthew Williams. I believe all Kieran has to do, really, is score points in all 3 races, and he's pretty much he's won the champ, I think. Without mathematically checking it out, I believe if he doesn't score in 2 rounds, it could go down to the last race. Okay, so there you go. Look, Kieran needs P7 or above in every race, and Matt needs to say not win, or he needs to win everyone to get. Okay, I get you. Anyway, let us get back to the qualifying action. I've just noticed that Mr. Gascoigne has gone top of the tables with James Like in P2, dropping Matthew Williams down to P3. That is not where he needs to be. And unfortunately, Kieran is on the cusp here at the moment in P7. He needs to finish there or above to stand a chance. I do like that livery on Steve's car. Very, very good. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Doritos. Let's have a look where we are. Right, so currently with 9.5 minutes to go. And welcome back after that advert. I do apologise. We shouldn't get one now for at least over an hour. Gotta make money somehow. So the table still looks as this. Stephen Gascoigne is still pole position with James Like in P2. Matthew Williams in P3. Chris Ish is all the way down in P10 here. This could be the turning point for the championship here. As Alan Axon is quite high up now. He's in P6, which means he's going to be outscoring Chris quite a considerable lot. There was no ad. Oh, there was. It said there was ads. So it's 7.5 minutes to go. Martin on the track. He's not done too bad, Mr. Martin. Since season 1, he's come a long way. Jason Taylor has a qualifying ban, as he well knows. Break the rules, that's what happens. Live and learn. Live and learn. That's all I can say. Live and learn. Here's another driver that's been impressive over this season too, and that's Eugene. I've known Eugene for quite some time now. And he's not doing too bad. He's P5 now. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Now we're getting a look at some of the guys at the rear, and that's Kyle Benton. Or it was. We're now back to you, Axel. Axel and Eugene, where there is probably just under 10th and a half separating those two guys. That should make for a good race. Oh, and here's Stu Bartley. Stu Bartley has managed to make it in just before the end of qualifying. So, still nobody can topple Mr. Gascoigne on his return. It's only mediums now, mate. You can't change tyres on this track. It's only mediums. I don't think you can change tyres on this track anyway. The time could not be any closer between James and Steve. Look how close that is. I mean, the top 5, the top 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, the top 12. All cars all within less than a second, just. Mark Davenport getting himself up to P7. Best viewers on. Sorry, I can't. It's blanked out. Must be a profanity. Chris Ish is not having fun in that car at the moment. He is definitely not liking the weight it is definitely doing some sort of job. There is a 58 thousandths of a second between Steve and James. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't do nothing with the push to pass at all until they implement it in the game itself. There's nothing we can do. I can change how many laps you can use it, but I would have to update the car every time. No, you can't, because most of the car files are locked. And you need access to the engine INIs and things like that. Believe me, mate. I have asked, and I've spoken to a couple of R Factor 2 admins, like who do work on R Factor, and they, not so in so many words, did not wink it say that, you know, eventually it will happen. They just can't say when. So Steve has improved once again, stretching his to over a tenth now. They've also said, or not said, that the little bit inside the cab where it says BTCC on it, quick fit, you will not be able to change that soon as well. Oh, you see, the thing is, when they made these cars, they were in a contract, wasn't they? And then the contract went tits up. Now they've got a sort of contract back in place. Hopefully, they start moving in the right direction, because these cars are bloody awesome. They really are. So entertaining. Run down here, because I can see that a few places have changed. With 14 seconds to go, we now have Kieran up in the P5. Alan has been dropped down to P8. Kyle is up to P6. Chris Ish is down to P11. Oof. And that's the end of qualifying, so we'll just wait for the... what am I waiting for? Waiting for everyone to finish their laps. I've no idea why it's not showing me people out and about. There we go. Everyone's just finishing their final lap at the moment. If anyone can improve, I can't see any improvements from anyone. Kieran Evans is slightly improved his middle sector. James has improved his last two sectors, but not enough to move any further. And that's it. That is pretty much it. And Chris Ish finishes his qualifying lap at 12th. So that is that. So let's take a look at the results, shall we? This is the results, if they load, please. Yes, no? Nope, I'll tell you what it is. It's because they're showing session practice results. Let's try that again. There we go. So that is the end of qualifying, and that is how they stand. Good return by Steve there. Excellent return as he makes his first return of pole. So it'll just be a matter of we will be just getting ready for warm up now, and then we'll be set to go. Please tell me you didn't hear that. Oh, Lord. So, let us... So we are just moments away from race one. And this, again, as I mentioned earlier, is the settling of the Independent Championship. As I said, it's now between Matthew Williams and Kieran Evans. Fortunately, we've lost Gareth Howells due to a bereavement, and our thoughts are with you, pal. We wish you the best and hope you come back soon. So we have 15 laps for each race. We will next season. We're probably going to be looking at increasing the laps. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Because you're just not really getting much tyre wear and things like that for these short laps. So we shall see. I was going to do something, and I've totally forgot what I was going to do. That's what happens when you watch stuff in the background. Bum, ba, bum. We are a little bit of argy-bargy before the start of the race here, Steve and Kyle.
Caution grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
There we go. That's the thing we were looking for. Oh. What does it say? 10 laps remaining. I've no idea why it said 10 laps remaining then. What the hell was going on then? There is definitely not 10 laps remaining. Oh, Jesus. So I should think everyone should have at least 90 seconds to get on the grid. So there is no excuse to miss that ready up. So we'll just be waiting for them to set out on their formation lap. Then we will get underway. Just waiting for the last few to slot into the grid, and we can get the green flag dropped, and then they can make their way round for the formation lap. Okay, here they go. So we can get the starting order under the way. So on pole position is Stephen Gascoigne, and he is joined by James Lyke. P3 sees Matthew Williams, and he'll be joined on the row with Axel. Row 3 sees Kieran Evans and Carl Benton. 7th is Eugene, and Alan Axton is 8th. A bit stutter. 9th is Louis Hesketh, and 10th is Mark Davenport. 11th is Jordan Osborne, and your championship leader at the moment is P12. 13th sees Craig Murphy, and 14th sees Stuart Bartley. William Martin is 15th, and he has Simon Trebek for company. Jason Taylor is the running up the back, and that is the rundown. Hopefully we don't get too many stutters, and that's a big old list there, isn't it? I do apologise if you can hear my chair creaking. I definitely need a new one. If you want to start a GoFundMe, that'd be great. Not that I as the final cars make their approach now. They're locked in. Green flag waves. There's the Flaxons. Somebody jump start then. That looked like James Lyke making a jump start. But he's got a good getaway from Steve. That rear wheel drive Beamer makes it go. And I think he might have a penalty there. We hear a bit of bashing in the background, but they make it all round Cops as they make it into Beckett's now. Steve just in front, but he's been pushed wide, and James defending has given Matthew Williams a chance to get up the inside. Steve though, full boost, back on the front, in the front. Down the inside goes James at Brooklands. Steve pushing him round Luffield. And then it is literally everybody else for the top 5. Gascoigne drops down to P4 now. On the outside of Axel. They lean on each other as they come through Cops. And there we see Chris Ish way out wide. Oh, Steve sends it up the inside. Sometimes you've just got to be that little bit of aggressive. Ish has dropped all the way back to 15th. Axel. Oh, and Steve's gone. Oh, no. Like has scampered away now slightly. Not quite. Williams is still with him. Oh, don't start stuttering, please. We have lost Mark Davenport, who has DNF'd. Stuart Barley, P6. Evans is in P8. He needs to get up into. And who's that in the background? That looks like Axel getting taken out again. Ish still in the point, but not enough. Oof! And into the back of Axel goes. I believe that was Trebek. And the two have just checked out now. James and Matthew there. I've checked out. Alan Axon is up to P5, but Kyle is also outscoring him. Simon Trebek down in P10. Chris has just got no. Oh, and that is Craig Murphy running slightly wide there at Beckett's. Gascoigne. Oh, another DNF for Steve. Who would have put money on that? I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. I saw him get fired off and him and Axel just went two different ways. It's a fight for the lead. Not really a fight. I think James is just managing that gap. Kieran up into 7th now. He needs to start clawing some points back. This is the Independence. The Independent Championship that is on the line. And he's now getting right up to the back of Stuart Bartley. He has the lesser weight of everyone else, so his car should still be pretty quick. Weight has definitely killed off Chris Ish. Benton P4, Axon P5. These two are outscoring Chris a lot at the moment. I don't know why it says 10 laps remaining. Please, I have no idea why it says that, but we don't have 10 laps remaining. Technical issue. Kieran having a look at Stuart Bartley as they enter Beckett's. Pulls the old switch back, gets up the inside. As they head down Wellington Straight now, it's just full boost for both of them. And I think Stuart still might have this as they get to Brooklands. No, he's let Kieran through. Yellow in sector 1, and that's Trebek. Moving past Eugene. So he's outscoring Chris too. New best lap time for James. Eugene having a look back up the inside of Trebek. At Cops. Trebek trying to pull the switch back as they make their way to Beckett's. Now we have we have, I believe, that is Kieran Evans and Simon Trebek and Eugene still going for it as they make their way to Brooklands. Kieran is now right on the back of Alan. Whatever places this lad can pick up helps Chris at the back, because it means his competitors are scoring slightly less. But, James just managing it now, second and a half in front. Won't really see much of him. To Brooklands, Kieran late on the brakes, dives up the inside of Alan, gets it stopped just, but Alan is still there as they make their way around Luffield. He's going to try for the switch back, but I think Alan might be wise of that one. Well, in the meantime, this is Alan and Axel right up the inside of Stuart Barley here as they come back through Woodcut to Cops. Chris Ish has made up a spot. William Martin gets it all wrong as they enter Cops. Jason Taylor. There too, so that is another position for Chris Ish, who is now up to 11th. James Like is still out in front with a 2.6 gap now, and then it's Matthew Williams in P2 and Louis Hesketh in P3. Carl Benton with the brakes. What was he doing there, eh? Ooh, that looked a bit suspicious to me. Alan is now on the outside of Kyle, as they make their way round Beckett's. I think that was a little gift from Kyle there to Kieran. As we can see, action up the inside of Kyle. Benton keeping it nice and tight around Luffield. His brakes are just completely on and off all the time. What's happening? I think that might be a bug, you know. It definitely looks like he's braking. Oh, running wide there is Axon and Van Mol. I need to hydrate. Who is this now? We are with Alan, who's having a look up the outside of Kyle Benton. Axel trying to get past Alan. Keep the nice tight line round Luffield. And keeps his position. James Like has completely checked out now. So, 12 laps down, Currently, it is James Like in P1 with Matthew Williams in P2. P3 is Louis Hesketh. P4 is then Kieran Evans. 5th is Carl Benton. And 6th is Alan. 7th is Axel Van Mol. 8th is Eugene. Jason Taylor's 9th. Simon Trebek is 10th. Chris Ish is 11th. Then we have Craig Murphy 12th. William Martin 13th. I just saw that. I just caught the end of that. Kyle Benton closing the door at Luffield. So Stuart Bartley at 14. Jordan Osborne is 15th. And unfortunately we lost Steve Gascoigne and Mark Davenport near the start of the race. However, Kyle is now super defensive now. As they make their way around Cops, it's going to be quite tight. That's a lot of track to use there. Acton has to back off and give that back. That was oh, and Axel tries to get late on the brakes, but who are we with now? This is Chris Ish and Craig Murphy. Chris having a torrid time. So 14 laps gone. Leader will be starting the final lap very, very soon. And everybody is trying to get past Ish. There is Craig Murphy, William Martin, Stuart Bartley, all trying to get past Ish. All he's got to do is try and survive this one last lap. We did see Alan slightly further out there, so I think we might have to get the stewards involved with that one. Unless he gives the spot back before the end. Here we go. Here is your race 1 winner, James Like, as he comes round to take the checkered flag now. Through Woodcote and start finish line. A 7-second lead. Matthew Williams, P2. Louis Hesketh, P3. Kieran Evans, P4. Axel gets Alan at the line. There we have it. So at the end of that race 1, we have final. James Light takes the win with Matthew Williams P2 and Louis Hesketh P3. P4 sees Kieran, 5 is Axel, 6th is Alan Axon, but I believe he will not keep that position because he went off track and gained an unfair advantage to Carl, so they'll probably get their positions switched. Carl Benton P7, Eugene P8, Jason Taylor P9, and rounding out the top 10 is Simon Trebek. 11th sees William Martin. 12th is Craig Murphy, and 13th sees Stuart Bartley. Chris Ish 14th, and Jordan Osborne 15th. And then our two DNFs are Steve Gascoigne and Mark Davenport. Unfortunately, well, that is the end of race 1. So at least we know what the grid is for race 2. So they will be skipping through to warm up very soon to get race 2 under the way. While they do that, I will go silent and get rid of the lineup music because I need to sort out the grid. Okay, and we are back. Let's get rid of the calendar so we can. There we go. So we are just waiting for me, actually, because I need to just ping somebody. Hermit. So let us have a look. So we will be moving forward in 5 minutes at exactly past. Don't touch that dial. Get your chats in, get your questions in. Hit the like button. Do whatever you need to do. I didn't see anyone roll. I'm not sure, Jason, mate. To be honest, it's didn't really see much of you this race because there was no really battles. Was that on the last lap? Hence why Chris was down to P14. On the third lap. I'll have to watch a replay. Oh, at least it ain't only Stuart that rolls. Right, so while we got a couple of minutes, I'm going to go use the toilet. So we will be advancing in probably about 30 seconds.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Okie dokie. We do have the game giveaway again. It will work this time, because I know how to use it now. Just type exclamation give me. Yep, you're in. It did work. I don't think it tells you anything. I don't think it tells you that you're in, but you are. I can see you on the list. I was waiting for the last few people to get on the grid. Stop being selfish and hurry up and get on. And away we go. Not racing, by the way. So let's take a look at the starting order. On pole position sees James Like, and he is accompanied with Matthew Williams. P3 is Louis Hesketh, and 4th is Kieran Evans. The third row sees Axel Van Mol and Carl Benton, with Alan Axon and Eugene on 7th and 8th. We did say that Alan would probably get a penalty for that. Jason Taylor and Simon Trebek are 9th and 10th, with William Martin and Craig Murphy 11th and 12th. 13th goes the way of Stuart Bartley, with Chris Ish down into 14th. We understand there was a little bit of an incident at the end, hence why all the swap arounds. Jordan Osborne is 15th, with Mark Davenport 16th. And then bringing up the rear, I think Steve Marv. No, we've lost Mr. Gascoigne. So that is it. We have the 16. Ah, sorry to see you not racing, Steve. I do apologize. I'm gutted for you, pal. So as they make their way around their formation lap. Apologies also if you can hear me eating crisps. I'm starving. Just waiting for the final one to slot in. Will James get another good start? Can't hear. Oh, my crisp's eating. James, great start in that BMW. He's really nailed that start down. And that is James up to P2, and Matthew is still P2, sorry. And Kieran has managed to jump ahead of Louis Hesketh, who has just fallen right back. He is literally now down to 6th position. James running wide, and that gives Matthew the chance to get up the inside as they make their way round. I've lost my little map to say what corners are where. There we go. And now Kieran is trying to attack James as they make their way round Brooklands to Loughfields. Matthew sideways round Loughfields. Trebek again back with Eugene having that fight. James Like just recomposing himself after that opening lap. We've now got Kyle on the back of Louis Hesketh. And Alan Axon is all the way down in P16th. What a bad start he's had. Kieran round the outside of James as they make their way around Brooklands, but James will have the inside line for Lovefields. And Kieran's through. He switched back. Now Kyle Benton is trying to attack Jason Taylor, but he's also trying to defend from Simon Trebek, who is also trying to defend from Eugene and Craig Murphy. And James is about to lose another position to Axel. Trebek up the inside of Kyle Benton at Luffield. Allen needs to get back into the points. He's too far back at the moment. Way too far back. Kyle still having a look at James Taylor. Oh, I'll tell you what, I forgot to put the tyre up. I always do that. Kieran up the inside of Matthew for the lead. Matthew getting all kinds of wrong and goes off on the grass. These two are fighting for the independent championship now, and I think at the moment it is a done deal for Kieran if he stays in this position. Oh, what's happened here? We've got a safety car. We have got a safety car. Oh no. Everyone's just neutralising at the moment. I think the safety car come out due to a crash, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, Jason. Alan Axon is in the pit, and that is the end of it for Alan. Hello? Ah, there you go. You know what? It didn't matter that and thank God I'd muted myself. Oh, straight on goes. Is that William Martin? No, that's Stuart Bartley, who for a brief second there took the lead, but cutting the track. Chris Ish into P11 now. All he's got to do is just try and bag as many points as he can to try and stay at the pointy end of the championship. Craig Murphy doing the penalty. I think that was for a potential jump start. Benton giving Taylor a little bit of a nudge there just to open the door. And he's through. Trebek trying to follow. Hesketh running wide. Trebek now. Davenport trying to have a look at Trebek there. Nice long shot from the end of the Wellington Straight. Sees Matthew Williams jumping up the inside at Brooklands. Kieran will have the inside at Luffield though. He will keep that nice and tight. Kyle under pressure from Jason yet again. That's Trebek still, and Davenport running a little wide there. That's going to give Jordan Osborne the chance to pounce. And now James has, and that's Louis Hesketh again. Jordan Osborne very, very sideways as they came round Cops. Jordan manages to get past Davenport. Axon making a move on Louis Hesketh. Jordan and Davenport still going for it. James is now on the bumper of Matthew Williams. He's going to have a look down Cops, I think. He's put his nose up the inside for Cops. They run side by side. Very, very well done to the two of them. Louis Hesketh, nearly cuts the nose off Axel. Woo! Axel is bumping the back of that car. Chris Ish still P11. For now, he's got Eugene and William Martin right on the back. But we've still got Jordan Osborne and Mark Davenport having a good old ding-dong. I mean, at the moment, Chris is in with a shot for the reverse grid. So Axel now up the inside of Hesketh as they make their way to Beckett's. Round the exit as they go onto the Wellington Straight. James has now managed to get past Matthew Williams for P2. Louis Hesketh is still holding on as Axel just tried to cut across there, I think, and he literally lost his nose. I don't think there was much that Louis could have done there. That was... Stewards will be looking at it, but I believe that might have just been a racing incident in all fairness. So, as it stands at the moment, it is 14 laps in the book, and it is still Kieran Evans out in front, James Lyke in P2 and Matthew Williams in P3. Louis Hesketh is P4 with Kyle Benton P5. Jason Taylor is 6th, Simon Trebek is 7th. Jordan Osborne is 8th and Mark Davenport is 9th. Chris Ish has now regained another position and he is up to P10. Eugene is 11th and Axel is P12. 13th is William Martin and Stuart Bartley's 14th. Craig Murphy is 15th. And unfortunately we lost Alan Axon on lap 8. Eugene literally having a look everywhere to try and get past Chris. That car is heavy, absolutely heavy. But oh, and who's that? Jordan Osborne. No, it's not. It's Jason Taylor. His car has exploded. Wow. And that's the end of Jason Taylor's race. That's another spot for Chris. Another point for Chris. If he can fend off Eugene, who has been phenomenal this this second season. He's definitely come a long way, Eugene. He's got Axel having a look. Late on the brakes, getting the rear end of Chris. Eugene runs a bit wide. That's going to allow William Martin to catch up. So 16 laps down. This one to go. At the moment, out of the 4 championship protagonists, it is Kyle Benton who is scoring the most out of all of them. James Lyke now is literally 3 tenths away from Kieran Evans. Unlucky Jason. And that's Davenport having a look. He's all over the back of Jordan Osborne. Axel round the outside of Chris Ish, but he's having none of that as they make their way to Luffield. He's going to shut the door, keep him wide all the way around, run him out wide. They're both beyond the hybrid here, but I just think Chris's car has just got too much weight on it. But he's still there. He's still there as they make their way around Cops. But this is playing all, and Axel is all over the back of Chris. He is holding out for dear life for that P9. As the leaders now come round Brooklands and Luffield for the final time of this race. It will be Evans who takes the checkered flag. Potentially. Evans takes the checkered flag, and I believe that has potentially wrapped up the independent championship for him as well. I'd have to do my maths, but we'll see. Anyway, Matthew Williams is P3 with Carl Benton, who turned up P4. Simon Trebek is 5th, and Louis Hesketh dropped all the way down to 6th. Here's Craig Murphy, unfortunately got a penalty. I'm not sure what he got the penalty for. Wow. Woo, that was I think if my maths are right, um so there we have it. That's race 2 done and dusted. Oh my god, what's going on here? So let's take a look at the results of race 2. There we have Kieran Emmons is your lead winner, with James Light P2 and Matthew Williams taking that third spot. Carl Benton impressive fourth with the amount of weight he's got. Simon Trebek is fifth and Louis Hesketh is sixth. Jordan Osborne is seventh, Mark Davenport eighth, Chris Ish is ninth, and Axel Van Mol is 10th. 11th is Eugene and 12th is William Martin, who has made it into the reverse grid again. Stuart Bartley is 13 and 14th is Craig Murphy. And unfortunately, we lost Jason Taylor 2 laps before with an engine failure. And then we lost Alan Acton at the start. Looked like he had terminal damage, so that was a retirement as well. But, yes, so that is 2 races down, 1 to go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to let my I am going to let my advert run, so I apologise. It's going to be an advert in about 1 minute 30. So we will just hide that. I'm not going to mute myself because I need to do the reverse grid, don't I? So we'll just hold off a minute. Unfortunately, I've got adverts popping up now. So give me 30 seconds and then we will run the reverse grid. Okay, so that's my advert disappeared now. So I can, let's get rid of the calendar for a minute because we have one special thing we need to do. And that is this here. This is the reverse grid wheel. We have numbers 6 to 12, and I am going to spin it and see who is on pole position. We have number 6. That is Louis Hesketh, who is on pole. So that puts Jordan Osborne in P2 and Mark Davenport P3, I believe. So let us get the grid done. Oh, no, it doesn't, I'm afraid. I do apologise to those two, Jordan Osborne. Need to pop up my calendar for a minute. Ooh. Supposed to see that. Right, there we go. We are ready for race 3. Bit of a surprise grid here. However, we are ready to go. Here we go for the final race of the evening. Hopefully everyone remembers to ready up. So, here we go for formation lap. Let's take a look at the starting order, shall we? So, on pole, we have Louis Hesketh, and he is joined by Simon Trebek in test second. Carl Benton is P3 with Matthew Williams P4. James Light is down to 5th, and Kieran Evans is P6 with Jordan Osborne P7 and Mark Davenport P8. 9th goes the way of Chris Ish with 10th Axel Vanmont. Eugene is 11th, and he has William Martin for company in P12. 13th sees Stuart Barley, and 14th is Craig Murphy. A bit of lag there from I'm not sure what's going on, but the grid, it seems we have Mr. Gascoigne back. It looks like I was getting a little bit of lag from Louis Hesketh there. Just check back on, make sure he's not. Yep, I think we're all good. Oh, hopefully. Let's see what Mr. Gascoigne can do from the back of the grid. He was the fastest in the first race. Let us see how it goes. And they get away good there, but Hesketh gets a good start, and Simon Trebek is not such a good start because Kyle is right up alongside him as they make their way through Cops. James is P4. He's made one position up there. Get the tower on. Jason Taylor, they managed to fix that engine. Simon Trebek defending his P2 from Kyle at the moment, with Matthew Williams in P4. I think Matthew has to win this now, and Kieran has to score next to nothing for him to be within a shot. As in fact, I don't actually think it's mathematically possible for Matthew to win it now. Louis Hesketh is still out in the lead. Steve through on Chris Ish. Up to back down to 13th. Go Steve, he had a bad exit. It's Hesketh, Trebek, Benton, Williams, Like and Evans, Osborne, Daikin and Bartley and Jason Taylor rounding out the top 10. As we finish lap 2 and start lap 3, Hesketh still out in front with Trebek just trailing him. And that's James Light making a move on Matthew Williams. Bit of a nudge, pushes him wide. Kieran Evans comes through as well. Up the inside as they go to Beckett. Trebek now on the outside of Hesketh as they make their way down to Brooklands. Going to switch back to the inside. Hesketh tight on the line as they make their way around Luffield. They let it drift slowly out as they come out to Woodcut. Hesketh running wide. So is Williams. Still Hesketh leading. Whoa, Matthew Williams getting all kinds of sideways as he entered Brooklands. Even though Kyle and Simon Trebek have got weight, Hesketh can just not drop these two guys. Osborne and Eugene. This is James Light now. We're on board with James. Osborne is through on Eugene there. I think he was already ahead. So now it's still Hesketh P1, Trebek P2 and Benton P3. They just can't seem to make much of any kind of inroad because of the weight they're carrying. Matthew gets sideways there. James manages to get past. Hesketh still holding him off. Half a second. Still unable to break the toe. James and Matthew still going for it. You can see in the background Jordan and Eugene still going for it. Here is, I believe that's Alan and Chris. It's now 4 for the lead. Osborne and Eugene still swapping places. Steve makes a move on Stuart Bartley. Steve got that move done as they came through Beckett's. Somebody kicking up a bit of dust in the background there. It's Jason Taylor and Steve Gascoigne. At the moment, there's 4 for the lead. Soon to be 5 for the lead. Through Cops they come. There is Jordan Osborne and Eugene Goikin again having a battle. And Steve Gascoigne on Jason Taylor. Is he going to deploy the old switcheroo? Oh, he gets better on the brakes. Doesn't get a good exit though, out of Beckett's. Benton has moved into P2. When did that happen? Round Lovefield now to Woodcut. Hesketh running wide again. He needs to watch his track limits. Steve again trying to get past Jason. Bloody hell, I'll get somebody's name right in a minute. Tries for the old, gets it wrong though. Here is Alan Axon and Chris Ish fighting down the back of the field for the meager few points. It's now 3 for P3. There's little clusters of battle going on all the way down the field. Trebek trying to get round James, but he's not going to get it round that way, trying to fake him. Jordan Osborne and Eugene again trading paints. Benton having a look up the outside as they would go to Cox. There's a lap car in front. It is. That's Davenport, unfortunately, being lapped. "11 laps down, it's Hesketh still leading just to Kyle Benton P2. Like has now got himself up to P3 with Evans P4. Jason having a look at the inside of Eugene, but it's Trebek P5, Williams P6, Osborne P7, Eugene P8 and Taylor P9. Gascoigne is into P10 with Murphy P11 and Bartley P12. Ish is 13. Ooh! Careful. Esketh trying for the old switchback. Doesn't quite pay it off. That's allowed James to jump on it. And here we are for the battle for the last few points. Taylor's bumper at the rear has just been absolutely... Oh, he's been fired off! This is the battle for the lead now. It is 4 cars abreast. Like up the inside of Hesketh as they come round Beckett's. Not enough to unsettle the young lad though. And that's Evans, who has made a massive dive up the inside. And he's going to be pushed very wide here. Which is going to allow James back up the inside as they make their way to Cops. So it's all shuffling around again for P2. It's now James, Like, Evans, and then Hesketh is all the way down to P4. Kieran, full boost there. You can tell he's using full boost. Back into P2 he goes, but he's going to use all his boost, and he's not going to have enough to get over the start-finish line. James has got the inside line as they go round Nuffield. And then Woodcut. See now, Kieran has literally no answer for that because James will still have plenty of boost left over the line. So that is it. That is the final lap, and it is Kyle Benton who has took the win at Silverstone. With all that weight, it is James Like who takes P2, and third goes third goes to Evans. Whew. Kind of lost track of myself there at the end. And poor old Jason Taylor comes across the line in P16. Oh, someone could have mentioned that I left the lineup music on. Bloody hell. Done it again. So, here we are, session results. For the final time tonight, it is Kyle Benton who takes the win to James Like in P2. Kieran Evans is P3. Louis Hesketh is P4. Simon Trebek is P5, with Matthew Williams being 6th. 7th goes the way of Jordan Osborne, with Stephen Gascoigne all the way from the back of the grid to 8th. Eugene is 9th, and Craig Murphy is rounding out the top 10. 11th goes the way of Axel, with Stuart Bartley 12th, and Alan Axon is 13th, and Chris Ish is 14th. Still picking up points, not a lot, but he's still got them. William Martin is 15th, and unfortunately Jason Taylor is 16th. 17th is Mark Davenport, who lapped down but still managed to finish. So that is the he's gone to the scooter and hearing. Awesome. Love it. Love it. I think that's brilliant. Well done, Kyle. So that is the end of the round 9, the penultimate round. So the next round is the final round, and that is round 10, and we are at Brands Hatch for that. So that'll be 2 weeks from now. So if I just pop up the calendar, as you can see there, it will be June the 11th, rounds 28, 29, and 30. I think tonight we have definitely decided the independent champion. That pending penalties is Kieran Evans. Congratulations, Kieran, for taking it's our first independent championship, to be honest, because we didn't do it last season. So that is it. You are provisionally the independent champion for season 2. As says, Brands GP Wiz is next, and I believe it's going to be very close. It's going to be one hell of a fight, because I got a feeling that now Kyle and Simon Trebek have scored some decent points there. It's going to be very, very close at the top, I think. Oh, yes. So let me run my giveaway quickly before I go. Who we got? If anyone wants to get in on it quickly now, you got 5 seconds. 4, 3. You're already in it, you. 2. What? You're already in it as well. And the winner is Louis 45545. Is that Louis Hesketh? I think it is, isn't it? Yes, awesome. Louis, I will DM you the code for the game. I don't even know what game it is until I hit the randomizer. So yes, congratulations, you've won a free random game. Give it to you. I don't think he did. Who's going to turn down a free game? So that is the end of round 9. All I can say, guys, is keep an eye on the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, get in there because we're going to be releasing some big news soon. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. We've got a lot of things coming up, a lot of good things to fill time, fill the calendar. So once again, thank you very much, guys, for watching. It was a bit of a weird one tonight, but we'll get there again. I really, really, really must get a new outro. So yes, okay, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks once again for everyone, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. Ta-ra. James, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, you're talking in Discord, mate, as well.